afternoon, everybody. I am coming here today. This is a follow-up video for the people who came to my workshop last weekend called Jolly Wrappings. But if you didn't get to come to my workshop, you can still follow along. So I was asked by the council to run a workshop called Jolly Wrappings, and so I thought that, well, we all know how to wrap a box with paper. That's okay. But how about if we recycle some bits and pieces that are around, and because you know that all your wrappings pretty much go in the bin. So I've made a bow here that from book paper, obviously, and one here that was leftover wrapping paper. So if you do actually buy wrapping paper, you can make a bow to match. So let's do that one first because it's nice and simple. So you're going to need, we'll do one out of music since we've got, going to need a piece that's 10 centimeters. Got two pieces. Now I just go the width of my page. So this was A4, and which is 29.7. So you may as well say 30 centimeters. See, it's only a little bit less than 30 centimeters. And then you come down 3 and then come down 3 again. So it doesn't matter how long you can have it. You can make a really short one. So I've got book paper here to do one, which is here, and that's the length of the book page. Then my pages come, the next one, they come down just in 3 centimeters, which is just a little bit over an inch. So, oh, sorry, Teddy, what are you barking for, darling? No barking. Shh, come here. Come here. It's all right. It's okay. Okay. So it's very, very simple. Start off. So I've got 3 large, 3 medium, two of the small, and then 1 at 10 centimeters. So I start, and we fold them all in half. I use my art glitter glue, but you can use anything, but you want it to stick fairly fast, otherwise it'll all come undone. And because you can see where the fold is, I'm just going to put some glue on either side. We come over and we twist it around, and that's going on a 45-degree. Turn it round, over, and you see the over, and then we're twisting it. So we're actually making the outside parts of the bow. They're all individual. So I will do all of these. I'll speed it up so you can still watch. And so over, twist. And you always have to twist the same way. So over and twist down. All right. I'll see you when I've folded them. You ready to move? Okay, so I've made my little Mobius circles. This one is the center of the bow, and I tend to just put a bit of glue, on the inside there, outside there, and then I come around and I overlap it about 1.5 to 2 centimeters. Doesn't really matter. And so we've got a circle. let's put it together. Right, let's start with the 3 big ones. So you can guess what's happening here, of course. 1 and 2. So there's our 3. Oh, God, Mandy. You see what I did then? Put the glue on the... Right, so, oop. I'm going to have to stick my finger in the glue. Ah, well. There we go. Let's wipe that off. Okay, and then the next 3, same. But what I try and do is keep so that alternating. So this one is going to go in between. So there's 3 of these as well. So they can go in between all the spaces of the first lot. 1, 2. Starts to get really springy, so you just have to hold your finger there for a second just to make sure that it sticks. And if you're using glue that doesn't stick quite as fast as art glitter glue, then you possibly will need to hold it a little bit longer. This too I'm just doing in a cross, okay, and I'm going to stick those in together because they're going to fold up like this. So I'll just put some on the bottom here, on the top there, and just come in and squish it in. Make sure it's all stuck. It's looking pretty cute. And then where the join is of the circle, that come and into the center. And there you've got a cute bow. Just put some glue and stick it on to your present. How easy is that? You can just think how cool that would look from magazine paper. So here I've got old manuscript music paper. I've got an old book, actual wrapping paper. You could what have I got here? You could make one out of a map. You could use digital papers, newspaper, the comic section of the newspaper. That all look awesome. So that's number 1. Right, bow number 2. So this is a little bit simpler, but still looks just as effective on top of your present. So this is more like your traditional bow that you spend a huge amount to buy out of the thicker curling ribbon from the shops. Now this one's a little bit simpler. Probably easier if you're making it with children because you're not trying to make that Mobius circle. So let's get started. So this time we've just got 6 pieces. This is just the length of the book. The 3. So I've got 3 that are the length of the book, 2 that are 3 centimeters, and 1 at 10 centimeters. That's your circle in the middle. So let's get started. Oh, this paper's really thick. Thought there was 2 pieces there. So it's the same principle. It's just I'm just folding them all in half. It's just makes it easy to bring your ends in. So if you're doing this with younger children, they'll be able to get this one. So over the fold, a bit on either side, and I'm going to come around and I'm coming to the fold, hold that down, and to the fold, hold it down. So instead of twisting it, I'm just putting it straight in so you can, it's just straight. So I'll do all of these. We'll be back in a second. Right, they're done, and I'm going to do the same thing as I did last time. A bit on the inside, turn that round, a bit on the other end, and bring that round into a overlapping about 2 centimetres there. And we put it together exactly the same way. So we've got 6, so we're going to start with one at the bottom. And this one also would look awesome in music paper, magazine paper, newspaper, you know, really. And if you're wanting to do something with the children for the holidays and, you know, get them to wrap their own presents, they'd love making these. So there, so see, so this book page was bigger, hence my bow's bigger, but it really makes no difference. So really, really cute. Actually, very cute and simple. And just, you know, all of our wrappings, they end up in the, well, I put mine in the compost, our wrappings, but, you know, at least give them a second life before they go in the compost. Cool. Okay, present topper number 3. So this one just sits on top of the present. You could put your, I've got some ribbon here. You could actually thread the ribbon through it on top of the present if you wanted to. And there it is sideways. It looks very cute. So I've laid my sheets out here so you can see. So I've, once again, the length of the book page. So in this case, it's what, 5, 10, 15, 23 centimetres. So I've got 2 the length, 1 which is, I've just cut it down 2 centimetres, and then about another centimetre down. Not quite as big a step down in sizes. And then I've got one here that's still at 10, which is the middle bit. Right, so easy. First of all, I'm going to cut my banner bit. So, and I just eyeball it, but you could draw it on if you wanted to, or if you, I also have, where are they? Oh, they're all stuck together. I also have some of their old gift cards, you know, for the tags, but I also have one for my banners, so I could also just line it up with the, sorry, let's do it on here. I could line that up so that if I've got the centre, go there and just, and be easy peasy. I've got 2 of those, usually, obviously, for not so skinny stuff, but you can do that as well. So that's our bottom one. This one I'm going to fold in half, and I'm once again bringing the edges into the center, 1 and 2. So this is exactly the same as the last bow we did. Okay, so one's a little bit shorter, so you can, pretty easy to work out what's happening. Stepping down, but I have to say, it just looks, it really looks quite elegant, even though it's only book page, you know. So you just have to remember to step your lengths down, and there's no right or wrong. You can, any amount is good. Okay, so now I've got to, did I squash that one? I can't remember. Well, I have now. There we go. So now I know where my center is, and because I know where the center is here, so I can put this in the center here. Next one. Oops, I don't know why I'm going on there when I could just go down there, but that's all right. Center. In the center. And this one, that round circle. going in here. So let's put that in, oops, that way. Now, oh, no, not that way, that way. Mandy. Now, I've got this smaller piece. Now, this is an inch wide, or what's that, 2.5 centimetres. This one is only like 2 centimetres, so 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to put some, I'll try and go do that sideways. There, I'm putting some glue in the bottom there, just poking that through. Doesn't matter whereabouts it goes. Stick that down. I'm just going to, I'm going to wrap this around and trim it before I glue it. So I'm just going to trim that a little bit shorter than the edge, and same with this one, tiny bit shorter. This wasn't in the original instructions that I had, but I had done it out of the book page, and it just finishes it off. It just makes it really neat and tidy on there, and you can just imagine that on top of a present. Have I got a box floating around? Oh. Very elegant, but you know, just how cute. And the same thing, you could put your ribbon through there if you wanted to. So either way, even sideways, but very, very cute. Very cute indeed. Okay, that's the third one. Right, little mini gift bags. Boxes, not boxes, Mandy, bags. Book paper, an old street directory, music paper. And they're all made the same. And I've made them to the size of the piece of paper I started with, but you could also use wrapping paper, make it newspaper, magazines, anything. So let's start. What have we got on top? All right, here we go. So nice and simple. This size, you could put a gift card in there and a chocolate, whatever, but it still looks really cute, and it's not just a gift card in an envelope. It's still a present under the tree. So let's, I'm just eyeballing, no measurements here, so whatever size your page is, you know, really, if you were doing it for children, you could use an old kids book that's falling apart, or the street directory I got from an op shop that, oops, that wasn't straight, that it's so out of date that they just had it in the throwing out basket. So I went, oh, I could use that. Right, so I'm just going to use some double-sided tape. You can use wet glue, dry glue, well, tape, not dry glue, dingling. And I'm going to take that one there. So you can see I've done the ins right at the edge of this page, and the edge of here means that when they come over, they'll get stuck all the way. And if I take that little bit like that and just go like that, and then flip that bit off, there we go, there's the rest. So there we go, and this is quite sturdy. If your paper is a little bit thinner, before you do that step, you can turn the top over just to reinforce the top, but this paper is quite thick, so I don't need to do that. Right, so come up. I'm going to come up about, what's that? It's about 3 inches. Like I said, just eyeballing. There's no need to measure actually. And I do have a bone folder, so that probably would help make all my creases. Okay, so I've come up, what did I say it was? Well, it's actually closer to 4 centimeters. And I'm opening it up. Okay, this is almost like origami. So I'm just going to come in and I'm lining up the crease, which is this edge, with the new crease that we made. Okay, and same on the other side. Okay, looks pretty fun now. So you can see we're going to be making the bottom of our bag. I like to bring this back down. If I just turn it over, I always get the two sides uneven, this bit here. So I come back down and I just do a bit of a fold so that I know where I'm going. Okay, and see, that's not enough. Right, we need to go over. Yes, you need to make sure that the edge is over this fold that you had. Right, so now we're here. You can come down and you can see that the edge of that is over the center fold. And this will come up here. And now you can use glue, you can use double-sided tape. Got the glue in my hand, so I'll use that. You can do a little bit here just to make sure the, oh, I don't know why I did that, because that's going. Okay, we'll do this side because, okay, and then I can go on top here, underneath here, and bring that down. Oops. Yeah, that's why I was using tape earlier, because this, I don't know what age this paper is. It doesn't really like glue, the wet glue. It doesn't, there we go, get it sticking. Got it to stick, there we are. Right, now I'm going to bring that down. So now, because I did that fold, the bottom of my bag is nice and even. Right, so where this bit here, I need to fold that from there up there, and this gives you your side gusset. Once again, just eyeballing, and then I'm also going to do it to the other side. Give it a bit of a burnish with the paint folder. One burnish. Now, when we open her up, got ourselves, there's your bag. So you just have to put that back in the other way. Those folds you've done, they're going in the opposite direction. There you go. And even if you were making you could make a pile of these as a gift to send to someone. And they can fold flat. So, but perfect. Put a little, oh, let's see, put some Ferrero Rochers in there, your gift card, and then, so you can just glue it like that, or I've got this cute little doily here. You can just pop that over the top. I don't know gluing necessary. And grab my hole punch, a smaller hole punch because it's a smaller present. We'll go about there. Just eyeballing again. And tie through. So here I've got some garden twine, some seam binding that I dyed, and here's some curling ribbon. We can make these, and you'll be able to take it, you know, you can take them, because they fold flat, it's easy to make in advance and then fill them up as needed. But it's a really cute idea, oops, for a gift card, because like I said, then there's still a present under the tree, which which is nice, especially if you've, you know, gift cards for older children or friends, and but you still want to, just want to have the envelope sitting under the tree. There we go. How cute is that? So, filled with little bits and pieces. That's cute. And so this principle is the same for all the, so the music paper. The music paper I did this way. And you can, where's the music? Oh, here we go. You can see how wide that one is. And I folded the top over twice and then punched my holes. So if I'll undo that. 1, 2, you can see 3 sets of holes there. This one I haven't done the side gusset, so you could put a like a soft toy in there, and then like that. It looks like a little pouch. So that's that one. And the map, the only thing I did differently with the map is because this came out of the book was sewn, not glued, so I've got this really long piece. So if you don't mind that along the front of your bag, you can go like that. But I had it so that was the side, so I folded the edges in. And then I taped that down. I just used the thicker tape because so you don't have to have your seam at the back. You can have your seam at the side. And then once you've done that, you just do it. Because this is a bigger piece of paper, I'm going to come up a lot more. Make it a deeper bag. So you also, if you had something, so if I had a book, where's a book? Oh, here we go. If I had a book that I was going to put in here, okay, so I need that to come up about there. All right, so you can do it to size for the item that you're wrapping. How many times do you go, I'll grab a gift bag and it's either miles too big or it's so tiny that it doesn't fit the item, and oh gosh, I wish I had one that was just the right size, and of course they don't come in just the right size, do they? No, they don't. So I'm folding that up so that the edge of the paper goes over my fold. There's my fold line, and it's coming up over the fold line. Trying to keep it roughly straight. But then again, I am eyeballing it, and my eyes aren't straight. So that'll come down there. You can also just put. That was really crooked, I reckon. Doesn't matter. You can also put sticky tape over or washi tape across the bottom. You don't have to use double-sided tape. I do, but you can just tape it. There's no reason why you can't do that. So then we're coming to the side. On the side, you can see that time I didn't fold the bottom down. So it just shows how easy it is. I don't have to have that folded down to do this. I can, but I don't have to. Go back the other way. Back the other way. Open it out. And then just fold those in the opposite direction, the folds. This one. That way. I don't usually worry about doing any other gluing here, but if you are, once you've opened it up inside, can you see that inside it's 2 square pieces? You could measure the bottom of your bag. Let's do it. Let me measure, because that's how the ones you buy are like that. So that's what, let's say 12 by 6.5. So if I just, this is only in inches. Okay, well, we'll do it in inches. That's right. Let me get my, you can get, I mean, this is only scratch paper, but if you get yourself a piece of card, if you're worried, if you've got something that's, what's that, 2/4, half, and then that way was, what is it? No, what am I doing? I do not know. That's 4 3/4. 4 3/4. Right. So this would be card, not there. You can either leave it like that, or you can put a bit of glue on it, pop it down into the bottom of your bag. It's nice and neat, and it gives you a bit of stability, but obviously like card, not paper. Okay, so if this was made for my little book, look, it's just the right size, it's perfect. I can put the things in there and do it up. So nice and easy. So that music one, let's do that to this one. So just, I've got all my stuff in there. It's full of presenty goodness. And I just come down and come down. Now let's do something a little bit different. So this one, I punched holes and threaded string through it. But what if you had, oh, I've just got this garden twine here, I'll just use that. But if you had some ribbon or twine, twine's good too. Pop that in there, and just tie it up. I'm just going to tie it in a knot because this stuff is it sheds everywhere. It's garden string as well. But you've got yourself a little handle, and I would glue that down, which I'm not going to do now because I can actually use it as a gift bag for something. So you put a little bit of glue under there, and with your ribbon or string, you can tie it in a nice bow or have curling ribbon, and you've also got a handle to hold the bag. Possibilities are endless. Okay, let's see what's next. All right. What about using a tea towel to wrap your presents? So this is just a cheap Christmas one from Kmart. You can tie it. I think I need to take that off. Hold on a second. Hard to tie with the label in the way, but can tie it that way. This is not big enough box for this piece of fabric. Oh, here's a piece. Here's a box I prepared earlier that will work. Okay. Tie and neaten it all up. That's, you actually, this tea towel's not big enough for this box, but too big for the other box, but you get the idea. what about the good old bottle of wine? Now, I don't drink alcohol, so my husband does. I've got an empty bottle here because that's all I have. Whoops, stay. This is pretty neat. It looks cool, and then you've got a tea towel as part of the gift. So I'm coming in and I bring it up, and now I'm not going to where it meets the bottle. I'm up here on the side, and I just fold that down. I hope you can see that. It's a bit hard to, so bring it up. I think it's called, is it furoshiki? Furoshiki, something like that. Probably pronouncing it completely wrong, but the Japanese art of material wrapping. And it doesn't matter which side you go, but now that I've got those up here, I can put that down next to the bottle, bring up one side, cross it over, bring up the other side, cross it over. Obviously my bottle wasn't in the middle because okay, that's going to annoy me. So let's just go over a tad. That's better. And then you can, because it's a bottle, you just put a little bit of ribbon or a rubber band or something around there. And you've got a cute bottle under the tree. You can also, put it this way, you can also bring these down if you wanted to and fold it over on itself, but you know, no right or wrong. And I mean, that just looks cute. And you've got a little area here or up here. I've got a tag floating around. Nope. We get a bit of paper. Just you can just poke the tag up there, poke the tag in here, and there it goes under the tree. So nice and easy, that one. Right, now what about one of the biggest paper wasters, the bonbon? But I mean, it's not Christmas Day if you haven't got bonbons, right? So I actually made these material one, and you can actually put a snap in there, and but then they're reusable, and you can fill it with whatever you like. We're not doing that today. How about we recycle some toilet rolls? Now, when I worked in as a kindy teacher, I used toilet rolls all the time. I put them in the oven at 100 degrees, just on that, which is like keep warm, that's Celsius, and just had them in there for half an hour. And then also I've given them a spray of Glen 20. So they're pretty okay to use. And how about some old sewing pattern? So to make a bonbon is super easy. Actually, I'm going to start from this end. So I've got, sorry, better tell you how big this is. You need it to be as wide as your 3 toilet rolls. You need 3 because you need these ones for the shaping, and then 1 will end up staying in there. Okay, so mine is, I think I wrote it on here, did I? Oh yes, there it is. So my piece of, I've doubled it over, is 30 by 40, but I've got 2, which is 12 inches by 15 inches. So, yeah. And I'm going to start, because I've got to fold this, so it'll be neater at the end. I won't have to fold it in, so I'm going to start from this cut edge. I'm going to line up my 3, that one's slightly larger, so I'm going to put that in the center and line those up, and it's just a matter of rolling. Now, if you were doing this with normal wrapping paper. You can use wrapping paper, magazine, newspaper. You wouldn't need to go around and around. If you're using wrapping paper, you only need like 1.5 times of the circumference. So we're going to go there. Now, because this is sewing and I don't want to see the glue through the pattern paper, so I'm just going to put a bit of double-sided tape there. Also, being a tissue paper, the pattern paper, the glue will make it pucker. Okay, so what you do is you pull out your ends a little bit. So actually I'm going to leave one in there because that way we can go like that. So you have to just kind of feel it. And you can see why you need that third one. It helps keep the shape while you're smushing the end. Now I'm going to have my seam to the bottom, and I'll put curling ribbon. Use normal ribbon, you can use string, you can whatever takes your fancy, and then just ever so gently in it goes. Now if you're using a snap, you have your snap in there before you do your tying. Right, there we go, and then you can just put that into a bow or just curl it. Let's just curl it, shall we? Oops. And there's one end ready to go. And you leave this end in until you've filled it up. So if you have like a chocolate, Ferrero Rochers, like one will fit in there. You can, you can even use this old sewing pattern to make your paper crown, and you pop it all in there, and see, you've got plenty of room to get everything down in the hole, all your little trinkets and whatever you want. And then when you're ready, this bit comes out, you squish it a little bit, bit of ribbon. Oh, I've lost the end. Oh no. That's why I've got the clip there, so that I can clip the end up. Because invariably it always goes under itself and then you don't know where the end is. Just one of those things. Handy tip number 1. No, don't know how many handy tips that is, but anyway. Right, so make sure you've got your bow at the top, or your knot at the top. So I've filled this up with all my goodies, and my snap's already in there, and I can come in and tighten it. There we go. And then give it a bit of a curl. Whoops. And this one. There we go. A really cute, and actually, even though it's a sewing pattern, it just looks cute. If you had some old Christmas stickers or something, you could put a Christmas sticker on the front. You could cut a little tag out and use it as the place, write someone's name on there. Put a candy cane, just rest the candy cane on it or something. Get the miniature ones, I reckon. And yeah, possibilities absolutely endless. All right, so say you've got, well, this is just a brown plain box. It did have a sticker on it, but I used my heat tool and the sticker came off without ripping. So I could use this and put a little prezi of some description in there. But how about this for something super, super simple? This is a paint pen, acrylic paint pen, and these are from Kmart. So it's like $5 for the 6 or something like that, maybe a little bit more. But what about if we just went See where I'm going? I bet you can. This is going to get stuck there. Wasn't very evenly spaced, but as long as you don't have animals, how cute is that under the Christmas tree? I'll stick them on. Not only do they get the gift in the box, they get 3 Ferrero Rochers, and who doesn't love those? Unless you're like my son and you're deathly allergic to the nuts, which is a shame because then I have to eat them all. Oh, what things you do, things you do. But it's just like, it's just so cute and so simple. So, you know, sometimes things just come in a box, or you've just used plain, maybe you've just gone and got absolutely plain paper. There's black and white, so if you used newspaper or a magazine, you could still do ho 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 with the black or the white marker, depending on what you've got there. But that's pretty cute, I think. Okay, so this is not a present topper, but it's something I've done for many years on the table, and I thought I'd include it in the class because they're just so dang cute. And so we need a serviette. These are just plain red, I think. I only got them from the $2 shop. They're nothing super special. And we start by unfolding our square and putting it that way. I like to bring up and make a nice big long rectangle. Now I'm going to turn it over so the fold and the open bits are there. The fold's on the bottom, the edges are on top. This side is just a fold. So I'm going to come down here on that side of the crease. That's from the original folding. Down on this side. Okay, I know what you're thinking. She's making an aeroplane. Well, it's close. Close. Okay, we're going to do it again, bringing that outside edge to the center. Fold, crease, and again. Yep, you're thinking she's definitely making an aeroplane. Obviously a Christmas one, but you are incorrect. Right, now we're going to fold this in half. Now we want the folds there at the bottom, and we're going to, doesn't matter which side, but one of the sides is going to fold in and up. And I'm lining up, there's a crease here. I'm using that as the line to where I'm putting the edge in. So let me do that again. So there it is in half. Okay, fold it in half. This is going to the inside, and this folded edge I'm bringing in line with that, and I'm going to crease it. Then I'm going to bring this edge, I'm going to use my little finger just to make a bit of space into there. I'm going to poke that in as far as it goes. Give it a nice, flatten it out. Now the magic. We open that up just a bit, press up the pointy bit and turn over this, and we've got ourselves an elf boot. Yay! And I have to tell you, these look awesome on your table for Christmas. So I just sort of bring that open a little bit there. I mean, everyone knows that elf shoes curl up at the toe. And I usually put in a mini candy cane. Hold on a second. I haven't got any mini ones, but we can just imagine. So if this is on the table, you can imagine a tiny candy cane just poking out there. They always look really cute. Back in the day, back when I used to work in the Air Force, I'd have shoe boxes, and around Christmas there wasn't much work, and so no one knew how to do it, and I'd be folding dozens of them, filling up the shoe boxes because they stay flat. Now I've made it that way by simply doing that inside fold. Let's go again. I'm doing it upside down now to what I just did it before. But you can make left or right shoes. Okay, so this one is obviously a right shoe, but if we have which bit? You fold up the different side, and you'll end up with a left shoe. It's just and not that it matters because everyone's got a different serviette. So you can have a left shoe and a right shoe. How cute are they? Damn cute. They're just super easy. I have to say, it's something that I learnt when I was still a teenager, so a long time ago, and excuse me, and I've always remembered how to do it. I haven't found the instructions for it again. You know, it's basic origami, but you never see the elf boot. But anyway, there it is. Now you know how to do it too. So you can have a little pair of elf shoes, and you can even do. Okay, that's enough, Mandy. Okay. Okay, this one, everyone would have done this when they were at school many times. The old folding backwards and accordion fold, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. These make really cute present toppers. So we're at the last bit. So fold it in half, roughly, as well as I can when it's so thick. And we need to put some string or bit of ribbon. Here's one I prepared earlier, around the middle. Right. Now, before I glue it, I'm going to just cut it like that. I'm eyeballing it, of course. Doesn't have to be exact. Do the other side, or if you don't want it spread out so much, you can make, you could make one, two, make another one, or you can just put it straight on top of your present. But I'm going to stretch it out. Ends together. Nope. Isn't holding on. There we go, and that looks really cute on top of a present. And if you'd used longer ribbon than I had, I could actually tie a bow, but this was just an offcut sitting next to my desk. But I can also just leave it like that. Cut the ends nicely. And that can go on top of a present. And children love making these. So that was just an A4 sheet of paper. I didn't cut it down or anything. You can. So that's cool. Or, if like me, you've gone through your stash and you've discovered that you still have, from more than 10 years ago, the rosettes from Tim Holtz. You can do those. So I thought, let's do it. Good on you. Wind it through. So that was just A4, and I've just folded it over. Oh, sorry, you can hear the dogs next door. Must be an ambulance or something on their way. So folding backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. Right, give it a squeeze. glue the ends together. And this is where you decide whether you want that little star on the top or on the bottom. So, oops, just push it down, and then we'll put that one on the top. Why not, I say. So I'm going to slather this with glue, because remember it's only gluing onto the little mountain folds, and hold that in there. Hold it down, make sure it sticks. The other thing, I haven't even scented that, but the other thing you could also do is just punch out a circle or a heart, and use that in the center as well, and that would look cute on top of your present. Kids love making these things, so if you're doing things with your children to get the holidays, that's going to annoy me anyway, because it's not in the center. Lucky I can pull it off. Let's try again. That's better. There we go. So, big one, small one. These are also, if you put the ribbon through, make good decorations to hang up on the tree, which your children will love to do. So, I've also got this mini one, but I'm not going there. That just makes them even smaller. Excuse me. So, yes, use what you've got. Okay, so there are some really neat present toppers and easy ways to wrap and dress up your presents without costing a lot of money. I was just on my desk, and these are just came out in the craft section, little mini wooden pegs. How about if you closed your gift bag with a peg, and you had your little tag, if we had a tag, your little gift tag for whoever it is. Even that is just cute, just like that. So have a look around your house, have a look in the shops. Don't always have to spend a huge amount of money on making gifts. Oh, look at that, how cute. To make gifts look really, really awesome, and a pleasure to give and a pleasure to receive. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and have fun recycling and making your presents look awesome. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.